let's go to the tropics. There have been 3 spots we've been watching for the past couple of days. One of them now has turned into a tropical storm. That's Beryl right there. We'll take a closer look at that as we move along, but that's the very tight, compact system in Tropical Storm Beryl. It's moving west, winds at 40. I'll show you all the specifics on that one in just a moment. But there is a system, well, a tropical wave. It's here, just about to cross over the Yucatan, that might have a chance, a 40% chance, of developing into a tropical depression before it quickly runs out of ocean and moves back into Mexico. So if this is going to develop, it's going to be very short-lived, Saturday, Sunday, and then move into Mexico. We don't think we're going to have any impacts here in Houston, Texas, or on the coast. So that's the good news with that one, but we're keeping an eye on it. Spaghetti plot, show you what I'm talking about. What does develop moves very quickly into Mexico. Okay, out in the open Atlantic, there is newly formed Tropical Storm Beryl, second named system storm of the season. Just to set your bearings, there's Houston, and if you draw a straight line from Houston out to Beryl, it's 3,245 miles away from us. So it's nothing we need to be worried about over the weekend, but this one does have a chance of moving west. The Hurricane Center thinks it'll get into the Caribbean, and that's something we need to pay a little bit closer attention to. You can see how compact the storm is. Looks like there is a counterclockwise circulation at the surface. They're estimating winds at 40 miles an hour, moving west at 18. It's moving very quickly to the west. That's one of the things that may keep it from becoming a major hurricane. But the forecast from the Hurricane Center does take this to hurricane strength as we head into late Sunday, probably early Monday, Cat 1. Monday evening, crossing over the islands, entering into the Caribbean, then as a Cat 2 with winds of 105. Passing by San Juan, Puerto Rico, hopefully just south of San Juan with 105-mile-an-hour winds. Then Kingston, Jamaica, Wednesday evening, a 90-mile-an-hour Cat 1. So it goes up to Cat 2 and then weakens back to Cat 1. Will this survive the Caribbean, and will it be able to get into the Gulf? Well, that question is not set in stone. There are a lot of things out here that can happen to a system like this. It can move too fast this time of year. It can outrun its convection. It can bump into an island and be broken up. But it does suggest that if it were to hold together, it could get into the Gulf. If that's going to happen, that's still about 10 to 12 days away. The storm in that position, so about 10 to 12 days before it could possibly impact the western Gulf of Mexico and the state of Texas. So we have a long time to watch this. Again, it's nothing to be worried about over the weekend, but it is something to make you watch the weather at least once a day, every day, so no one gets caught off guard in case that forecast does decide to change. 95 tomorrow with a 10% chance for an isolated shower. The extended forecast, Sunday 97, Monday 98. Oh, and there will be some haze in the sky with some of that Saharan dust in Texas over the weekend. We skip to Thursday. That's the 4th of July, high of 97. So firecracker hot, 20% chance for an isolated shower in the afternoon. That should come to an end in time for fireworks Thursday night. That's where we stand, Len. Back to you.
Firecracker hot. Got it. Coming in.